to the computer. Well, hi there, ladies. Let's make some pickles today. Is anybody else going to be making pickles with me, or am I on my own in the kitchen making pickles today? Is it
No,
I
but
found
then
out
right
late, so
ingredients.
I don't have anything. So I'll
No,
be watching.
that's totally fine. Sometimes people make pickles with me at the same time, and then it totally doesn't matter. And I'd love to see your pretty faces. So go ahead and turn on your videos if you can. It just looks so much more appealing than just seeing your name, although it's so nice to see everybody today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and just say that it's so great to add pickles to your lifestyle, to what you typically eat in a day. They're so good for you and they're really easy to make. A couple of weeks ago, I made um, a roasted sea bass, and I served it with quick refrigerator pickles, and it was a phenomenal dinner. It really tasted good. So you can put them with your main course, but you can also use them as a little tapas. Or if you're just getting peckish, you can just reach into the refrigerator and grab some pickles. It's just so good for you. And of course, the pickles that we buy in the store, I'm sure some brands are better than others, but I think it's so important to look at your labels because they might have ingredients in there that doesn't really work with your body, right? And so we're going to make a couple of healthy swaps today. So instead of using white sugar, we're going to use coconut brown sugar. And instead of using white vinegar, we're going to use apple cider vinegar today for my quick refrigerator pickles. So what I did was I bought some cucumbers, and it's really hard for me to buy organic vegetables here in Punta Gorda, Florida. I don't know what the story is, but it's tricky, right? We have a beautiful organic garden that's a co-op, and they're not open until November. So I have to find good sources of vegetables in the meantime. So I just got them at Publix, and I like those little quickie pickles, those little tiny ones. And what I did was I soaked them. Oh, let's see, I got Marcy coming in. Hang on. I soaked them in some water with lemon essential oil, and that's going to help take off that waxy um, spray that they put on their vegetables. And the wax actually holds on to pesticides. So it would be nice if we could clean that off. If you don't clean your veggies, then I would suggest that you peel them, although I just really love the fiber that you get with the skin. So I always like to keep them on. So I'm going to go ahead and slice up my cucumbers, which you can see I have right here. I don't know how many I have. I'm not really good at measuring. I would say that's about a cup or so. And I tried to cut them all uniformly the same thickness, but you can cut them any way you want. Like if you want them to be a spear, you could cut them into spears, or if you want the little slices to maybe put on a sandwich or in a Buddha bowl, you can do whatever you like. So again, I'm just going to wash my vegetables off in a bowl of water. I put in about 5 drops of doTERRA's lemon essential oil. And then I have about a cup of apple cider vinegar. And this is the Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. So this is a really great apple cider vinegar to take in internally. It's so good to support your digestive health. And I'm going to use that instead of like a white vinegar, which I don't know if you know this, but white vinegar is typically made from either corn, um, it can, excuse me, can be made from corn, or it can be made from even wood. So I'm going to go ahead and just use apple cider vinegar because it's actually made from apples, right? So that's a good thing. And I'm going to be choosing to use the coconut sugar, the coconut brown sugar, instead of my white sugar, which is the go-to. But the coconut brown sugar is a less processed sugar, so it's actually healthier for you. It actually has something to do with helping you maintain hydration in the body. So it's a less processed sugar than white sugar. It tastes lovely. It's going to give it sort of this caramel color in combination with that pretty apple cider vinegar. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my apple cider vinegar and I'm going to put that into a large measuring cup. And then I'm going to add, see if I can turn this down for you a little bit. I'm going to add my sugar right to my measuring bowl, and I'm going to give it a little stir, and that will dissolve the sugar. And I may or may not need all of this. We'll see how much I can get. So I'm just going to stir that. And then I'm going to consider what essential oils I'm going to add. So the herb oils, the rosemary, the oregano, the thyme. Those are very strong oils. So I would use those with caution. And if you've seen us use the toothpick method for that, that's probably what I would do. You just take a toothpick and you pop it into the top orifice and let the toothpick absorb the essential oil. And then you simply put the toothpick into your brine to give it just a subtle flavor. Because again, those herb oils are really, really strong. So I thought today what I would do is a little ginger, and I like lemon. So I'm going to put ginger and lemon together in my pickles. I'm just going to use 1 drop. And if you're cautious, you can get that 1 drop to come in. But if you're feeling a little concerned about how many drops are going to come out, you might just drop it into a spoon. So I've got 1 drop that fell into that spoon. And then I'll go ahead and add that to my brine. And I'm going to go ahead and add some lemon. And of course, lemon is a little bit more forgiving. I'm going to put 2 drops of lemon in my pickles. So this would be a really nice one with that inspired sea bass that I had last week, because I put a little bit of a miso paste on the fish when I put it in the oven. So it had that sort of Asian flavor. So the ginger and the lemon would have been a nice complement. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and put my cucumbers into my little jar. I'm going to add some red onion. And I love garlic. I'm just going to put a whole clove of garlic in there. I like the red onions a lot too. And then I'm going to add my dill. And I'm not really, you can chop that up a little bit if you want to, or you can leave some nice big pieces. They look pretty either way. And I'll just put those in. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour in my brine. And what I really want is for the brine to completely cover my pickles. And what I would do is take a spoon and really get the produce to submerge inside the liquid. And these are ready to go. Like ideally, I would say let the pickles sit in the refrigerator overnight. But if you can't wait, they're quick refrigerator pickles and you can eat them right now. Also, what I would recommend is that you don't take your fingers into your jar, but use a utensil to dig them out, because you don't want the bacteria from your hands getting onto your pickles. And they'll last in your refrigerator for about a week or so. So that's really simple, right? How easy is that? So just maybe again, a cup of apple cider vinegar. I had about 1/4 of a cup of the coconut brown sugar. I added 1 drop of the ginger essential oil. I did 2 drops of lemon. I added about a cup of the sliced cucumbers and a few slices of red onion. But if you like shallots, you could do that. I added a peeled garlic clove. But hey, sky's the limit. If you want, you can add black pepper, which is delicious, inside your pickles. The pink pepper is on a special promotion this month. It's 10% off. I've used pink pepper in my pickles, and I just like to say pickle picker with pink pepper. That's really so it's really good for you and it tastes delicious. So, what about some other options? All right, so let's say you are interested in, instead of this brown, dark brine, maybe you want something that really shows off your vegetables. And so, what I would choose from there is a rice vinegar. I would choose a unseasoned rice vinegar. And if it doesn't say seasoned on it, chances are it's an unseasoned vinegar. I like this one because it's sodium free and sugar free. It's got a really nice light flavor. If you do any canning, in other words, the fermentation process, I wouldn't use rice vinegar. It's not acidic enough. So I wouldn't use it for longer processed pickles. I would only use it for quick pickles, but it tastes delicious and you can see that it's clear. The other thing that I've used for a sweetener, instead of white sugar, which is highly processed, I would choose monk fruit. That's a really great way to add that sweetness and have it be a little bit lower on the glycemic index. And it keeps the brine clear so you can really show off your beautiful vegetables. So, what are some vegetables that you might like to put in a pickle? Linda was asking me if we could do tomatoes. I haven't tried that, but it'd certainly be worth it to give it a go. What about some other vegetables that you might want to try?
Well, I just looked up pickling tomatoes, and it says here pickling is a process which you know, immersing in vinegar. Some examples include, listen to this: peaches, apples, crab apples, pears, plums, grapes, currant, tomato, and olives. So you
Ah,
can pickle tomatoes.
all right.
Aha.
Well, that's your homework, Linda.
I'm going to pickle some later. I have some fresh ones from a friend's garden.
Nice, excellent. Oh, let's see. Osnat has a little chat in here. Would you use lemon juice as a vinegar alternative?
Mm,
I don't know. We're after the acetic acid in the vinegar. So maybe, Osnat, you can just check back with us and let us know if lemon juice is an acetic. She's also asking about honey or maple syrup. I have in my notes that those two sweeteners aren't necessarily recommended for quick refrigerator pickles. The concern was that they overpower the flavor of the vegetables, but I can't really imagine that they would, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing stronger than apple cider vinegar for overpower for overpowering your vegetables, right? It's a very strong ingredient. So you could try it if you want to. Other things you could try are stevia, agave nectar would be another one that you might want to try. Again, as per my notes, I haven't done that myself, but you could give it a go and see what you think. So let us know, Osnet, what you find out about the lemon juice as a vinegar alternative. I think that would be interesting. So we used to host pickle picker parties in Reno, Nevada. We had this beautiful little shop called the Cooking Gallery, and they had a pretty courtyard right outside the shop, and we would set up these big containers of brine, and I would do a couple of different variations. So I would do one brine with the apple cider vinegar and one brine with just a white vinegar and another brine with the apple cider. And people could come and bring their vegetables from the farmers market, or they could buy them from us. We'd have a bounty of fresh vegetables that we'd pick up, and we were able to help people learn how to use essential oils in cooking just by having those essential oils there on the table. So we had herbs and spices, but we also had our essential oils. And it was great. It was so much fun to talk to people about how to use essential oils in the kitchen. And just to remind you, anytime you see essential oil supplement on the side of the bottle, then you know that that's one that you can take internally. The citrus oils are typically a milder flavor. The herbs are very strong. So you want to make sure that you use them sparingly. Let's see, anything else that I need to tell you? You can add lots of different spices and herbs. You could add the dill, which I did fresh, but years ago, doTERRA had the dill essential oil. I don't know if anybody has that in their stash. I have some that yeah. I mean, it's so nice. It was just a 5 ml bottle, and you open it up, and that smell just makes you happy. It just really helps to improve your mood. And actually, the research is out there that says that the aroma of dill can take the place of some of our medications as far as antidepressants go. So it's a really great essential oil to have. And I really wish that doTERRA would come up with that as part of their regular inventory. Mustard seeds are also good if you can find them in the stores. We have celery seeds. Also, we have the celery seed essential oil. That would be a nice one to put in a brine. I brought my essential oils over to a chef. This was a restaurant in Reno, and he was so cute looking inside my bag of oils, and he pulled out the celery seed, and he thought this would be so good in a Bloody Mary. I thought that was a great idea. Great idea. So turmeric is another one you could add. The clove, any of the mints, oregano, basil, all of those, right? I do very much like tangerine. I think it's a nice subtle flavor, as so the other ones can be a little bit stronger. And the essential oils can add a little boost to your health. I also wondered about flavoring vinegar. So let's say you did have a white vinegar and you just wanted to flavor it. I have this that I bought not too long ago. by a company called Costarina, and it is a crushed tangerine vinegar. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm super excited to give it a go. So you might be able to flavor essential oils for other purposes with other recipes rather than pickles. But it's a great way to help you start to use your essential oils in the kitchen, maybe make your own vinegars. And what a nice gift that would be to somebody, to give them a jar of pickles. That's one of the ways that I introduced myself to a neighbor across the street. I made some of these quick refrigerator pickles and brought them over to her. And she was pretty surprised to know that they had essential oils in them. But essential oils are very common in the food and beverage industry. We've been talking about that over the last several weeks, how that we're using them in beverages. The last time we got together, we talked about salads, salad dressings and marinades. Did anybody get a chance to try any of those salad dressings? Linda, did you try any of those?
No, but I'm going to. I got some mason jar screw-on lids with a pop top, so I can actually shake them up, open them, and pour them instead
Oh,
of
that's genius.
jar. Yeah,
Wow, where'd you find those?
they were on Amazon. My friend
Excellent.
Tino told me about them. Some of them actually have a pop top and a handle, so you can do like a tea pitcher with your mason jars instead of,
Oh, that's
hold
so,
on to that fat jar.
I love that. That's great. That's great. Okay, so that's a really nice thing to add to your kitchen utensils. So
Mm-hmm.
what about some other veggies? Can you, yeah, Susan?
You, I've got these packaged beets. Can you this
Absolutely, I
one?
would. I totally would. Yeah, I've pickled beets without cooking them, and they were just kind of crunchy, but they were great. I just sliced them up, but I would think cooking them first will make a really nice pickled beet. I mean, that's how they do it when you buy it from the grocery store. They're usually cooked. So
Well, they're
why
in a
not?
process.
Yeah, exactly. So Susan, let us know how they turn out if you decide
Okay.
to make your pickles. I have a handout for you that I'm going to send you, and it's the recipe that we used at the cooking gallery years ago. So you'll be able to get the exact recipe that we used. And then this one you have for today, just our quick refrigerator pickle with the apple cider vinegar. I'm sorry that Kimberly's not here today. She's off on an adventure. So she's missing us this week, but we have our doTERRA convention on Thursdays. Anybody planning on listening in besides me? Yeah, good, Marcy. Great. I'm excited to see what the new products are going to be. Oh, let's see. Osnath has a question. Which other veggies have you used? Oh my gosh, sky's the limit. I really love fresh fennel sliced in kind of bigger slices. I that was a surprising one for me. Cauliflower, green beans, asparagus. And those are nice because they can fit inside of the mason jar. You know, you just kind of cut everything so that it fits neatly in the jar. So you could do a mixture of different vegetables. Um, what else had we done? Gosh, just about anything you can imagine except for the tomatoes.
Would be good too.
Which one?
Carrot, carrots.
Carrots. And they look so pretty in the jar. Yeah. Yeah. We took
It's
some
like little
pictures.
baby carrots, and you don't have to cut them, or should they
I
be cut
probably would,
lengthwise?
yeah, I'd probably cut them maybe in half, the little baby carrots,
Okay.
just so that you can fit them well inside the jar. But yeah, I would do that. And again, I would let them sit overnight in the refrigerator for optimal flavor. But if you can't wait, you can go ahead and just start nibbling right away. I made those pickles last week with the sea bass, maybe 30 minutes before I served my fish. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. Yeah, any other questions or comments?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, well, cool. So we're going to get together again in a couple of weeks, and the plan is for us to review what we're going to be getting from doTERRA in our new product inventory. Does anybody have any guesses as to what the new products might be from doTERRA? Marcy, you have any guesses?
Nope, not one.
No. Well, Kimberly and I talked about it, and she thought maybe it was going to be with regards to the microbiome.
Ah,
Yeah.
Right? Because they had this buy one, get one offer not too long ago for the PB Assist, the probiotic. And so maybe they were trying to reduce their inventory before convention so that they maybe had something new for that. But it's always intriguing when they have the picture of all the products and it's all silhouetted so you can't really see what it is and they want you to guess. And there were lots of good guesses, everything from, makeup to dog products to the microbiome. So we'll see on Thursday. Yeah, and I'm missing going to doTERRA this year. I always love going to that event. It's always fun. Yeah.
So you mentioned about watching it on TV or online.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
watch it online. You have to go to, I think, doterra.com and you can get a virtual ticket for the event. I'll tell you what, Susan, I'll go ahead and put the link to the doTERRA convention in the email that you'll get tomorrow. And if anybody wants to take a look at what it takes to get yourself a ticket and
And
join the
convention
event.
starts Thursday?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, it's always
Okay,
fun to
thank
go.
you.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's so nice to see you, Susan. It's been a while, so thank you
Oh,
so much
I
for
know.
coming today. Oh, you're just busy. That's all. And you have a grandbaby. It's all good, right?
Who I want to see more of. I think every grandma says that.
I know. And your baby's close. At least you're in the same town. So you're really lucky. You're lucky that you can go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good. And Marcy, how have you been feeling?
I hope they're working on the microbiome for the product reveal.
Oh, okay. That gives us a good hint. Okay, great. Well, good. Hey, thank you so much, ladies, for joining me for our quick pickle picker party. I hope that this inspires you to bring more essential oils into the kitchen. Such a great way to continue to use them and learn about them and support your health and also eat more vegetables, right? Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Wendy and everyone.
Thank
And what time
you.
what time will it be? 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock for Pacific time?
Oh,
Do you know?
Pacific time, it's in the afternoon. You'll be, I think it's going to be, I think the next one's going to be 12 o'clock
Okay, 2 weeks
Pacific
from
time.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
put it in my
2 weeks from today. Oh, that's great. Great, great, great. Okay. All
Thank
right,
you.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Wendy.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great to
Bye.
see you.